Over 7 days we hiked through the Swiss Alps from Grindelwald in the Jungfrau region to Zermatt at the foot of the Matterhorn. Today's adventure starts in Zermatt, where we take the train to the glacial wonderland at Gornergrat. We hike the spectacular 5 Lakes trail before exploring around Zermatt, including the goat parade. Come join us on a Swiss Alps adventure. We started the day in Zermatt, where we took the Gornergrat barn up to Gornergrat. So the journey takes about 30 minutes and it costs 66 francs per person, which is a little pricey, but as you'll see when we get up there, it is well worth it as the views are absolutely stunning. Alright guys, we have arrived in Gornergrat at 3,089 meters above sea level. So yeah, it's really beautiful up here. There are loads of glaciers, including the Gornergrat glacier, which is the second largest in the Alps apparently. Yeah, and the temperature difference up here compared to Zermatt is very large, so make sure you bring some warm clothes when you come up here. So yeah, our plan for today is to hike back down to Zermatt after checking out all the viewpoints up here. So it's about 12.5 kilometers down to Zermatt. So we'll see you on the trail. All right, pretty neat viewpoint up here next to the hotel. You can see one of the observatories there, and a boatload of epic mountains. Alright, so now we're going up to this viewing platform that I have called the Eagle's Nest. Unbelievable. I can't believe how many glaciers are here, right?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Like 4 in a row here. It's madness. Alright guys, the weather is cleared up now. We've got some blue skies here and we can see the Matterhorn, which is so awesome. We weren't sure if we were ever going to be able to see it when we're here in Zermatt, so happy to see it. And the views up here are absolutely fantastic, surrounded by mountains and glaciers, 360 degrees, absolutely blown away, amazing. Gornergrat is a spectacular place to visit with 7 visible glaciers and 29 peaks over 4,000 meters, including the iconic Matterhorn. This is one of the most popular places to visit from Zermatt, and for good reason. We loved it up here and spent about an hour checking out all the different viewpoints and soaking in the spectacular vistas. We would definitely highly recommend it, and if you want to make a proper day of it, consider one of the many trails in the area, and that's where we're heading next.
Alright guys, we've just left Gornergrat and change of plans. We are going to combine the 5 Lakes hikes into this trail because the weather is so gorgeous. So the trail should be about 7.5 miles or 12 kilometers down to Senega. And I wish the weather hold up for us so we can see the iconic reflection of the Matterhorn on the lake. Let's see how we go.
Check out that view in front of Nat. The Matterhorn and that lake, just fantastic. This is already turning out to be a good decision. So yeah, nice one. Ooh. Wow, what a shot. We hike down from Gornergrat to join the 5 Lakes trail at Grundsee Lake and continue along the trail, finishing in Senega, where you can catch the train back down to Zermatt.
The trail is incredibly beautiful with panoramic views of the Matterhorn, and you'll be surrounded by mountains and lush alpine meadows. And of course you'll be visiting the 5 lakes along the trail, with each lake having its own unique charm. The trail will take about 4 to 5 hours to complete, depending on how much you stop to admire the views, and you'll be doing a lot of that. So this is a great option to add to your Gornergrat visit and make a proper day of it.
Alright, so this trail is really beautiful so far. When you've got the backdrop of the Matterhorn and these beautiful snow-capped mountains, just absolutely fantastic. You really can't beat it. Really can't. Apparently it's a bit of a ways to the next lake, but we're going to really enjoy these views along the way. So yeah, we'll see you at the next lake. There is our second lake down there, Gronergrat. Alright, check out the trail here. Loads and loads of switchbacks along the side of this steep mountain here. Well, we're going to get down very quickly at this rate. Alright, so we've climbed all the way down the mountain and we've made it to the second lake, Gronergrat. Check it out. So it's like a emeraldy kind of color, and the weather has turned on us as well, so it's raining a little bit right now. But yeah, there you go, like a long thin lake. There are some mountains in the back there, but you can't really see them right now because of the clouds.
Make sure when you're visiting the lakes to take the paths around them, as you can get amazing views from different angles. Like you can see here at Gronergrat, if you walk around the other side of the lake, you get amazing views looking back down the lake with the reflections of the mountains in the water. And as we got there, the rain just happened to stop at that moment and give us these perfect views.
So all that flexing earlier on about the lovely weather today, and look what's happened. It's raining! So I suppose that's a lesson to not speak too soon. But hopefully it does clear up a little bit later. Earlier on today, before we came up here, it was raining and it cleared up. So hopefully it does the same and we get some more really nice views at the lakes. So we're about to do a big section of steep incline. So yeah, we'll see you at the top. So when you're doing the 5 Lakes Trail, follow the 5 Seamweg signpost. They'll have these at every trail junction, so you'll never get lost. Alright, so we've made it to the next lake, Grindelwald. So it is still raining, so the views are a little bit obscured, but it's still a very nice spot. Alright, so we're now moving on to the next lake, Stalisi Lake. So this is the one that is supposed to have the best views, where you can get that reflection of the Matterhorn in the lake. So we can see some patches of blue sky coming now. So hopefully it's clearing up and it turns out nice for us. We'll see you there. Are you tired of waterfalls yet? So many waterfalls, they're just everywhere. Double waterfall even. Fantastic. Alright guys, made it to Stellasea Lake, so I'm just making my way to the viewpoint, which is just at the other end of the lake. You can see loads of people there. This is a really popular spot for photography and stuff, as you can imagine, with the kind of views that you can get. Alrighty, let's head round there. Can't see the Matterhorn. It is right where the symbol of the Matterhorn is on this Toblerone packet. But I'm going to eat some Toblerone in honor of the non-present Matterhorn. Cheers to you, Matterhorn. I haven't had Matterhorn. I haven't had Toblerone in years. It's pretty good. Alright guys, so we didn't get that classic Matterhorn reflection in the lake because it's complete whiteout now, unfortunately. We've waited here for about an hour hoping it would clear up, but it's a showstopper. So yeah, we are on to the last lake now, and then we're going to catch a cable car back down to Zermatt. If you can see right at the top there, you can see the hotel at Gornergrat. We've come all the way down that mountain to this point here. All right, so we're now making our way to the last lake. The fog has cleared a little bit. Got these beautiful kind of views here on the edge of this steep, hilly mountain. Alright, so this is the last lake, Glacial Lake. It is raining quite heavily now and there's lots of fog, but I'm sure on a nice day it'll be super beautiful. Okay, so we're quickly moving on from this lake and getting back to Zermatt as quick as possible to get out of this rain. Alright guys, we are now in Senega and we're catching our transport back to Zermatt, and this thing looks like some kind of funicular or something. Yeah, it's like really long. It's like a train mixed with a funicular. It's great. I don't know what it is, but anyway, it's going to take us down to Zermatt and that's all that matters. Yeah. So yeah, let's go. Alright guys, we are now back in Zermatt. So we've had another amazing day here in Switzerland. We got to see the Matterhorn, so amazing. So that was like a dream come true, something we've always wanted to do. So super excited, despite all the rain and stuff, we got to see the Matterhorn and all of those glaciers and epic mountains and lakes and everything else we got to see today. Amazing, so excited.
On the way back to the hotel, we ran into this group playing the Alps horn, which is a traditional Swiss instrument that was used in the mountains back in the day for communication, but now they make music out of it. So yeah, you'll see them carrying these horns through the streets from place to place, playing a few songs. Really, really cool to see. We spent the morning wandering around and exploring Zermatt. As you could imagine, being nestled in the Swiss Alps, you get amazing views everywhere you go, and being a car-free village makes it perfect to explore on foot. Just a short walk from the busy Bahnhofstrasse, you'll find Zermatt's old town, the Hinterdorf. It's a charming and historic area that offers a glimpse into the village's past. There are about 30 buildings here that are up to 500 years old, and they're built in the traditional style of the Valais mountain farmers. This is a really nice place to explore and see what life was like back in the day before all of us tourists showed up.
It says this is a stable and barn from the 16th century, used to house cows and sheep in the winter, and a pig stall dating back to the 16th century. I wonder if the people lived on top, because I don't think the pigs could have climbed up there.
If you're around Zermatt at 9 AM or 5 PM, keep your ears open for the goat parade. So twice a day a herd of black-headed goats will travel through town. You will hear their jingly jangly bells ring out as they make their way along the Bahnhofstrasse. In the morning they are brought out to their meadow and back to their barn at the end of the day. This is such a fun thing to see, and we're super pumped to have seen it, but keep in mind that the goat parade only happens in summer. This is our last episode in the Swiss Alps Adventure. We had such an amazing time exploring one of the most beautiful places in the world, and we can't wait to come back and explore some more. We hope you enjoyed coming along with us, and we're not done yet. We have some travel guides to put out to help you plan your own Swiss Alps adventures, so look out for those. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.